Let's see. I just gotta check something real quick. So that's what the guy was talking about. I don't know how true it is, but the one headlight thing, that they all have that. They have some sort of switch device in their car. I actually saw them cut their headlight on and cut it back off again, like right in front of me. And this guy shows it in his video. They actually do that. So okay, so if I were to just keep this recording, you would see people with one headlight, just like what this guy was showing. I mean, you would see just so many people. I think it's like a gang thing where it's kind of like, you know how gangs would have like a certain color? Well, they don't have a certain color. They just have one headlight. That's to show that they're freemasons or they're part of a gang or something. So I think the one headlight is kind of like some sort of gang, some sort of gang identification thing or cult identification. Like the one headlight means they're part of that gang or that cult or whatever, so they can identify each other. I'm upset with the country in general, and I'm not going to lie about that. I mean, this country is the biggest disappointment. I think it's just full of deceit and lies. Like the country, I mean, of course, we have a okay standard of living, but it's like the place might be good for you, you know, physically, but not good for you spiritually, or you might, you know, be comfortable, but then your soul is in a bad shape. So I don't know. It's like your soul is miserable here. This place kills your soul. It just kills your soul, and you know you don't have to have all the luxury. If your soul is intact, maybe you don't have to have all the luxury. So ever since I'm pretty much as American as it gets, except for how I see things, how I see life. Ever since I was a child, the country is just really, I don't know. It seems like the country has just been bad, and it's for some reason before they hid it, and now they're just not hiding it. Like they were deceptive in the beginning, like when I was a child. Like in retrospect, when I look back on things that happened in the past, I can't help but think that there were a lot of things that I ignored, and I don't know if I ignored those things because I just didn't want to accept them, or I didn't think they were important. I just don't know. But a lot of things that happened in the past I ignored. But you know, people like myself, we never had a chance for a good life. We never had a chance for the American dream. I never had a chance for the American dream. I show these videos to prove that I was wrong. That's the whole point. Like, no one cares that I was wrong, but I can prove that I was wrong. I mean, no one cares, but I can prove it. So, I mean, you know, like, that's all I can do. I can prove it. No one cares though, but I can prove it. So I created the channel to show that I've been wrong basically my entire adult life. I've been wrong when I was in school. I was wrong. Okay, this was going on for almost my entire life. The way the people treated me, the way I was carried, okay, all the way from a child on up, my life was basically sabotaged. Okay, I was cheated, I was wrong, I was mistreated, and this is basically proof that I was wrong. That's why I do this. I created this channel to prove it. And no one cares. But of course no one cares. That's how people are. I mean, you know, you get stepped on all the time, and people just walk right by you. No one gives a damn about each other. That is what this country really is. That's what this country really represents. The country is full of shit. Okay, the country is full of shit. Like, if you go, like the people of Afghanistan, and I really, like, I'm not sympathizing. I'm not going to just go as far as to say that I'm completely sympathizing with them, like completely, and I just, you know, I'm on their side. But I always believe that we never really knew what was going on in Afghanistan. Like, we never really knew. Like, the government could be over there doing all these horrible things to the ISIS and the Taliban, and we would never know that they were doing it. And then they would just make it seem like we're the victims, like 9/11. Okay, let's assume that 9/11 really happened. It probably didn't. I mean, let's be honest. Conspiracy theories, I live in a conspiracy theory. You want to talk about conspiracy theories? I live a conspiracy theory. So yeah, do I believe that the government could have staged, that the CIA could have staged 9/11? Hell yeah, I believe they could have done it. Of course they could have done it. Like, we don't know if they didn't do that. They set the whole thing up. I mean, if it gave them the upper hand, they sure as shit would do it. If it gave them the upper hand, they'd do it. If they had a political reason for doing it, they would do it, because they just don't give a shit. They don't give a shit about us. This gang stalking is evidence. They don't give a shit about the American people. They will fucking kill all of you if it serves some sort of purpose for them, if it gave them power, which it did give them power. Let's not forget that. But the point being is, even there was an interview with the one of the representatives from the Taliban. And this guy, I'm not even joking, when they basically put the blame on bin Laden and said that he was behind 9/11, this guy basically rolled his eyes and was like, bullshit. Like, it was just like, nobody believes that. Nobody believes that. So everybody was pissed over 9/11. But in reality, it was probably the government who was responsible for 9/11. I mean, probably. Like, I don't know that for sure. I don't have evidence, but how the hell could I have evidence? Bottom line is that everybody was pissed over 9/11 when it was the government. Their government is the one responsible for 9/11. Their government literally could have set that whole thing up. And, we were mad at those people over there, and they could have had nothing to do with it. Let's not forget, I live a conspiracy theory. I live a conspiracy theory. Everything that goes on in my life is staged and set up. So is it really that big of a jump to say that the government staged 9/11? Hell no. I'm not saying that the government did, but I mean, like, if this conspiracy is real, then why the hell wouldn't that conspiracy be real? I mean, we just don't know. Anyhow, I don't think this guy's coming back, so I'm gonna go ahead and stop this recording.